Graphic new details revealed in the fourth day of the preliminary hearing in the murder case against singer David.
Prosecutors sharing a disturbing timeline of his alleged interactions with the 14-year-old victim. CBS LA's Joy Benedict live outside the courthouse in downtown LA with the graphic testimony. Joy.
Yeah, it really was a tough day in court. Not only were there autopsy photos that were displayed for everyone in the court in the morning, but then in the afternoon, LAPD detective took the stand and had to describe more than 50 sexually explicit photos between the suspect and the victim. Gruesome images again on display inside the 9th floor courtroom where a TikTok singer now stands accused of murdering his teenaged girlfriend.
It really started with the dismemberment of the body, the amputation of the fingers, including the one with the sh tattoo, as well as Celeste's eye being missing.
Nima Rahmani is a former prosecutor not working on this case. He says the decomposition of the body of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez is an important factor in determining the cause of death.
The medical examiner couldn't definitively say whether the lung injury was a knife, a bullet, or something else. And the body had decomposed so much, and it was at least weeks since she had been dead, but he said maybe even months.
The medical examiner testified both legs had been amputated by what he believed was a power tool, and that there were blue plastic fragments in the wounds consistent with the inflatable plastic pool investigators found in the Hollywood Hills home of David Anthony Burke. 2 of the victim's fingers had been amputated and were not with her body.
Because, of course, the allegation is that Celeste had a matching tattoo and that David killed her to prevent her from outing him. So that certainly is important evidence if we disposed of that finger to really cover up who she was.
In the afternoon, LAPD homicide detective Corey Farrell testified about the explicit sexual relationship between the two. He said they started communicating when she was just 11 years old and he was 16. 2 months after her 13th birthday, he says they had sex, and he described in court dozens of sexually explicit photos discovered on Burke's phone. The victim's parents were so overcome by the evidence they left the courtroom. He even testified that Celeste had an abortion when she was just 13. The detective also read text messages between the victim and defendant on the first night she ran away in February of 2024, when Burke reportedly picked her up at a stop sign near her parents' home in Lake Elsinore. Of course, this hearing is to determine whether there is enough evidence to proceed with the trial. Experts are confident it will. The drawn-out procedure, simply strategy for the defense to get a look into the evidence against their client before trial.
I do believe there is probable cause to set this case for a full jury trial.
Now, of course, David Anthony Burke is being charged with murder with special circumstances in this case that makes him eligible for the death penalty if convicted, or life in prison without the possibility of parole. This preliminary hearing will continue on Monday. I'll send it back to you guys.
Joy, thank you.
When is you dumb young girls out there gonna stop being so damn hard-headed and stop getting mixed up with these creeps like David? I done said it over and over again on my last videos that I've made about David and this situation right here. It looks like David is going down. He's going down. They got all the evidence and everything like that. I mean, y'all got the evidence and proof and everything on his phone and everything like that. That's enough proof to put this dude away. I mean, it's a wrap. He's doomed. But what did I tell y'all, man? I told you guys in my other videos about this young girl right here, and you people out there can make up excuses for her all you want to. And yes, David is a sick mother ducker for even wanting to get mixed up with a child like this anyway. You know what I'm saying? He should. There's a special place in hell for people like David. Special place in hell for people like him, man, that wants to go there and mess with young kids and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just disgusting though, man. But I've been trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all heard what they say. They said she ran away. What does that tell you about a young girl, a young teenager girl running away from her parents? What does that say about her? What does that tell you about her? She's a disobedient child who disobeyed her parents. Anytime you sit there, you disobey your parents, you talk back to your parents, and then you run away from your parents just to be with a creep like David. Nothing good comes from that. Nothing good comes from that. And don't sit here and say that her parents abused her. And people say her parents knew. Yeah, her parents knew, but they ain't put their foot down. They wasn't willing to die for it. Any other parent out there, like a real father, would have went over there to David's house and confronted him and ready to throw blows with him. You know what I'm saying? A real father would have did that. A real father would have went over there and kicked David's door down and beat the devil out of him. That's what a real father would have did. I know I would have done that. Even if my daughter would have ran away from me and everything like that, just to be with a creep like David, I would have went over to David's house and I would have kicked down his goddamn door, and we'd have been fighting though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He probably would have draw the gun on me or whatever like that. But hey, one of us got to go. One of us is gonna get put down. You know, a real father would have did that. A real father would have stuck his neck out for his daughter though. You know what I'm saying? But these kind of parents, they just let it happen. Just let it happen like it was cool and everything like that. Y'all sit there and got a disrespectful daughter like this that don't want to listen. She don't want to listen. When you dumb young girls out there are going to understand one thing about these creeps like David. These creeps out there don't care nothing about y'all. All they want is have some sex with y'all and do all weird things with you young girls out there, and then when they get tired of you, they chew you up and spit you out, and they go on to the next young girl. They don't got what they want out of you. It's sickening to me, man. Very sickening, man. Nothing good comes from a disobedient child. And she was a disobedient child. I don't care what no one tells me. I don't care what no one tells me. This is a disrespectful teenager right here. And people could say, oh, it was just horrible how she died. Yeah, it was horrible how she died. But she would still been alive today had she kept her skinny ass home with her parents. Had she sat there, stayed away from David, and not go over to his place and stay home, stay her little skinny ass home, you know what I'm saying? She'll still be alive today. But she wanted to be one of these little grown ass girls out there running away from her parents. Come on now. You run away from your parents, girl, you deserve to get your butt whooped by your parents. You deserve to get the belt on your ass for doing some stuff like that. Come on now. Any young girl at the age 13, 14 years old, or 15 years old running away from their parents, man, they would have put the belt on them. And don't sit here and say that her parents was abusive, because there's no police report of her parents abusing her or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen no police report saying her parents abused her and beat her up and stuff like that. So, again, still, there was no reason for her to run away. I said, you kids nowadays, man, you kids want to talk junk to your parents and run away from your parents and everything like that. You kids want to get the police on your parents. Like, you kids just straight up punks. That's what's wrong with some of you young kids out there. Y'all just straight up punks, man. Y'all want to talk to your parents like you talking to your friends in school and everything like that, running away from your parents. Like, the hell is wrong with you kids out there, though, man? But she would have still been alive today, man, had she kept her skinny, bony ass home. I don't know what he said her anyway. Little skinny, bony ass her. I mean, you just look at the dude and tell he's a creep. You know what I'm saying? And it's like what I said in my other videos. David. Like I said in my other videos, David, if she sit there and disobey her parents and don't want to listen to her parents and she runs away from her parents, nigga, what the hell makes you think she's going to listen to you when she's upset with you, when she's about to put you on blast and tell everybody that, you know, you're a pedo and you had sexual relationship with her? Nigga, what makes you think that she was going to keep her mouth shut once she was upset with you? You see how she disobeyed her parents by running away from them. So it's like what I said last time. Nigga, you didn't peep that? You didn't sit there and realize, like, yeah, I better not make this young girl mad. You know what? I better stay away from this young girl right here, man, because this young girl here don't even respect her own parents. So if she gets upset with them and run away from them, what makes me think that she won't sit there and blow our little secret out there when she gets upset with me? Like, but you couldn't control her. When you realized you couldn't control her, when you realized that she was threatening to put your black ass on blast, David, the only thing you could think of was to delete her. That was the only way to shut her up. That was the only way. Because when she said she was going to put you on blast, and you probably tried to tell her, don't do this, don't tell nobody, this could really hurt my career. And you know how she is. She mouthed off and probably threatened you and saying, "No, I'm going to tell everybody. I'm going to ruin your career and everything like that." When she told you that, that's when you got scared. That's when you panicked, nigga. That's when you said, "You know what? I'm going to have to delete you then." But the dude's retarded, man. That David's just straight up retarded. You see how she disobeyed her parents, nigga. You didn't think she was gonna disobey you when she was upset with you? You didn't think the same was gonna happen to you? How stupid are you, bro? That should have told you something about that young girl. She disobeyed her parents when she's upset with them. You didn't think she was gonna disobey you when she gets upset with you? You realize you couldn't control her no more. You realize that. So yeah, man, this is just a very disgusting case right here, man. And I hope David gets the death penalty. He definitely deserves the death penalty, man, for what he did. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why creeps like these. I mean, come on, bro. You got millions of followers. You couldn't get a woman somewhere near your age, bro. Like I don't get these sickos, man. You know what? I'm not trying to understand these sickos out there, man. You young girls out there need to stop messing with these creeps, man. Stay away from these creeps like David. Y'all see, because they got a lot of followings and everything like that, and you think these guys care something about you, young girls. Some of these guys don't care nothing about you, young girls out there. Y'all just hit it and quit it, and that's it. That's what these guys look at some of you young girls out there. They find some stupid young girl out there that they can smash, and they hit it and quit it. And then when they feel like they don't hit it enough, they move on to the next. And then you young girls out there getting y'all feelings and feel like y'all been used. But by the time y'all realize it, it'd be too late. That's how stupid some of you young girls are, man. So don't make the same mistake like this young girl here. Don't make the same mistake like she is. Stay y'all asses home, man. Listen to your parents. Yeah, your parents' rules might suck and everything like that, but had she listened to her parents, man, she'd still been alive today. And I said before, God was trying to tell this young girl to stay away from David. All types of signs, man, but she sat there and ignored those warning signs from God. You ran away from your parents. Your parents took your phone from you, and David snuck phones in. That was a sign from God that is telling you to stay away from David. Stop associating yourself with David. And like the little hard-headed, little bony little girl you are, you got hard-headed and didn't want to listen. And I don't care what you people out there say. Y'all can make up excuses for her all you want. Any child out there that runs away from their parent, that lets you know about who they really are. There's one thing in this world that I don't like a disrespectful, disobedient child. Why would you run away from your parents? Just to be with this creep David? Huh? Why you run away from him for? That's right. We'll never get the answer from that because now you're deleted. You're deleted now. We'll never get your side of the story. Why would you run away from your parents anyway? If anybody sit there and say, well, maybe her parent was abusing her and maybe she didn't want, that's still not an excuse for her to get away from her parents like that. You know? So she deleted herself, you know? And David, it's like what I said, there's a special place in hell for you. He definitely needs to get the death penalty. So, yeah, you two are going to see each other again once David get the death penalty. Because I honestly don't see why they keep fighting this case. They might well just go ahead and just charge this sicko David and just give him the death penalty. Give him the death penalty. You got all the evidence, so why are y'all still questioning whether he should get the death penalty or not? You got all the freaking sick evidence on this sick fool right here. Like, dang. But yeah, what do you guys think, man? If you guys want to leave a comment or not, though, man. I'm done talking about this stuff. Anyway, peace.